Hello.
Welcome to the Wet and Wild Wonderland Fair.
No, darling, that's not quite right. I'm pretty sure.
Is that not it?
No.
What is it?
No. It is the Walloping Wombat Willow Fair.
There are wombats?
There are wombats. We need to call the exterminator.
Wait. I'm being handed a note. It says your fire. Oh, wait. Other side.
No.
Yes. The Wondrous Wireless Renaissance Festival.
Oh, that sounds a lot more plausible.
Could be. We are your hosts. We are the proprietors of this fine inn, the Bawdy Pear.
We've done some remodeling.
That's right.
I am Matilda Tully.
And I am William Tully. But you can call her Tilly.
And you can call him Willie.
Oh.
He loves it.
So much. I love it. So I have the Bedlam Bards.
Oh, I love those guys.
Cedric and Hawk, they know how to spin a tune like nobody's business. And I hear they may even do some of their nerdy stuff. I heard that they made not one but 2 Firefly albums.
That's
a lot of Firefly.
Real nerdy,
That's
y'all.
more albums than there are seasons of Firefly.
Oh, that hurt.
After that, we'll have Dan the Bard.
Oh, Dan the Bard. A man as attractive as he is talented. Which is to say a lot. He
is a lot attractive.
He is he is a lot attractive, and he is very talented. He plays the lute, he plays the mandolin, he plays all sorts of things, and he plays my heartstrings.
That's a lot of bard. A lot of bard. What do you call like you have a murder of crows? What is a group of bards called?
A herpes of bards. An insanity of bards.
A fabulous of bards.
Ooh. They just go around strumming their lutes going, yes!
A toss a coina to your bards.
A toss a coina.
A toss a coina.
That's the...
Those are words I said.
That's the scientific term for a gathering of bards. Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
It's a filk of bards.
Oh, you are not wrong.
That is a deep cut right there.
Coming up after that, we are going to have Apryl Knight because somebody's got to class up this joint.
Actually, we forgot to announce Spellbook and Canto.
Did we forget to announce Spellbook and Canto?
We did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, actually, so they didn't record something specific for this show, but they did give us permission to play a bunch of their other short videos. They are a duo of supremely talented ladies who do, again, nerdy music as well as classical music and original pieces.
I gotta say, I'm sensing a theme today.
But we also have Apryl Knight.
Ooh, like I said, going to bring a little class to the establishment.
Yes, because we need it.
What's Apryl got in store for us?
Apryl is going to be playing the toy piano.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm so excited.
Well, how would we ever finish out a day like this?
With drinking.
I like drinking.
Yes, I know.
So our oh, that's right. It's my favorite part. It's the Craic show. I'm so excited.
Have you ever seen the Craic show?
I can guess from the name what it is, and I'm so excited.
Darling Willie.
Yes.
Do you think that the Craic show is about butts?
Yes.
I have some vaguely disappointing news for you.
It's not?
No, it's more bards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They have butts.
They have butts?
Yes.
Are they good bards?
They're great bards.
Are they bards so good they could burn your pants off?
Maybe.
Because you see, I have a solution to the no butts problem. We burn their pants off.
Darling.
Yes.
Darling Willie.
Yes.
What did I say about the pyromania?
Okay.
That's how we got to be the only bar in town.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
So I feel like if we are gonna do this, we should give our adventurers something to start with. That level 1 quest. Get some experience.
The
going.
tutorial level first, though.
That's right. And as we all know, the tutorial level is always rats.
Always rats. So please get out your wooden swords.
That's right.
And go clean out the kitchen.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And once you're done with that, come back here because we've got your level 1 for you. It's a choose your own adventure song. After the first verse, you have a choice. You are going to choose to either pursue the maiden or the mysterious figure. The maiden or the mysterious figure. Tell us in the chat which verse you want us to do. Oh, there, young adventurer, first time round these parts. There's lots in store for you here, breaking skulls and breaking hearts. See by the bar holding a tray of mugs, a comely wench awaits you, or a hooded figure behind that group of thugs beckons forth. What do you choose? Strap in, strap on, it's time to choose your adventure. Choose your path. You're probably gonna die. Try not to lose this risky venture. Do the math. So turn the page and hold on for dear life. All right, Willie, what have the people chosen?
It's actually dead even. Maiden and mysterious figure. Tie goes to Tilly.
Nope, we got to Rochambeau this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I guess it's maiden.
All right. Your eyes drift towards the maiden fair, and you feel sort of weak in the knees. You want to speak to her, but do you dare? Stomach says no, but body says please. She giggles at your sloppy try and hands you a fresh pulled ale. You take a sip and your throat goes dry, then swells shut, it's the end of your tale. Strap in, strap on, it's time to choose your adventure. Choose your path. You're probably gonna die, try not to lose this risky adventure. Do the math, so turn the page and hold on for dear life. Maybe this time I'll make fate mine. Turn back the page, replay this game. You grasp the reins of fate within your hands. This time things will go your way. Death by poison isn't in the plans. You'll try again till you win the day. You ride away from the ill-fated bar. You value life more than booze. You see an old woman smoking a cigar. Now again, what do you choose? Strap in, strap on, it's time to choose your adventure. Choose your path. You're probably gonna die. Try not to lose this risky adventure. Do the math. So turn the page and hold on for dear They died, huh?
Yes. Technically.
Yeah. Well, they'll do better next time.
I agree. Now that they know don't choose maiden, the next time they hear the song, they can go the other way. I'm sure it'll turn out better.
Never choose the maiden, but also never choose the hooded figure.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward when you do that. So, Willie.
Yes, Tilly.
I know that we're called the Bawdy Pear.
Yes, we are.
But this is sort of a family-friendly show.
Oh, I just thought the name was about a suggestive-looking fruit.
You're so cute. But for our sort of family-friendly show, I have prepared a limerick.
Okay. I did it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I tell you to give you some clarity.
Clarity.
Most limericks are filled with vulgarity.
Vulgarity.
But this one is clean, if you know what I mean. And in that sense, it's really a rarity.
It is. Very, very rare.
Do you have a limerick?
Sure. I think I do. It goes like this. There once was a man who was manic.
Manic.
He captained the vessel Titanic.
Titanic.
When an iceberg he'd clip, he would shout, "Holy ship!" And the passengers fled in a panic.
That was a near one, Willie.
I like to cut it close.
You need to watch yourself, sir.
I took a shower this morning.
Okay. I can do better.
Okay.
I know of a fellow named Joe who is proud of his garden, although his wife, she will tell us, she's really quite jealous. He spends all his time with his hoe.
Oh, he sounds like a good guy out in the garden providing for his family.
Getting his hands dirty.
Yeah. Just an all-around nice guy. Good going, Joe. Good on you, Joe.
Well, Willie.
Yes, Tilly.
Do you want to remind everyone who we've got coming up next? Coming up next, one way or the other, it is the Bedlam Bards. They're going to do some amazing music, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've gotten to play with these guys a bunch of times. They are wonderful. They are wonderful and not too hard on the eyes either. No. So, let's take it away to them now.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, and beings of a non-binary nature. We are the Bedlam Bards, and they told us that we had to play here, and we told them that we would not stand for it. So, welcome to our sit-down set. Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking about Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland's history.
Ireland's history.
That was a sad time in Ireland.
There was a sad time. Wait, all times in Irish history are sad, aren't they?
That's a little redundant.
It is,
there was a time when there was not enough wood.
Wood? Here's about wood.
I know.
We're in the
You know,
woods.
casks.
Whiskey! Whiskey! Oh, it was a
sad
time.
So the cask in that day had to do double duty.
Oh, I had to do double duty this morning in the privies. What? I changed out the paper and I cleaned everything.
The cask had to do double duty.
The jokes don't get better than that.
They really don't.
No.
So they would age their whiskey in the cask. Cask being made the way that it is, some of that whiskey oozed into the crevices of the cask.
Right. Like a...
And then they would age their cider in that same cask. Now some of that whiskey come oozing back into the cider. And they had a name for that cider.
Yeah, what did they call it?
They called it Johnny Jump Up. Let me tell you a story that happened to me. One day while I was down at Ure by the sea. Sun, it was bright and the day it was warm. Since I ain't quite fight with it, do me no harm. Well, I went in and asked for a bottle of stout. said the barkeep to me.
All the beer is sold out. Dry whiskey, try putty, 10 years in the wood.
Says I try cider, I've heard it is good. Oh never, oh never, oh never again. If you live to be 100
Or 110.
fell to the ground and I couldn't get up. Had a drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. Some of you figured it out. There's a part in this song for you. Your part is 110.
110.
It's a good one. I like that. Now, your idea is to sing that as loud as you possibly can when we get there.
110.
When we get there.
Oh, sorry.
Survey has been taken. It has been decided that the louder you shout 110.
110.
When we get there,
Sorry.
the better your chances are of actually making it. After leaving the turd, I went back to the yard, where I bumped into Brophy, the big civic guard.
Come here to me, lad. Don't you know him, the law?
So he up with me fists and I shattered his jaw. Fell to the ground with his knees doubled up. It wasn't I hit him, it was the Johnny Jump Up. The next thing I saw down in your by the sea was a cripple of crutches. And he said to me,
I'm afeard for me life. I'll be hit by a cart. Won't you help me on over to the longshoreman's bar?
after drinking a quart of that cider so sweet, he threw down his crutches and he danced in the street, singing never, oh never, oh never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, oh, I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up. After drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. Now I went back to Bedlam, a friend for to see that Cedric. They call it the madhouse near Court Cannery. By the time I got there, the truth I didn't tell. They had that poor booker locked up in the cell. Now the jailer, he said,
Say these words if you can. Around the rugged rocks, the rugged rascal ran.
tell him I'm not crazy. Tell him I'm not mad. It was only a sip of the cider I had. Oh, never, oh, never, oh, never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up. Had a drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. Go for it. In the Union by the name of Craic. And they washed him and they laid him inside on his back. And after O'Connor his measurements did take, his wife took him home for a bloody fine weight. About 12 o'clock, and the spirit was high, when the corpse he sets up, and he says with a sigh,
I can't get to heaven, he won't let me up till I bring him a quart of that Johnny Jump Up.
oh never, oh never, oh never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, fell to the ground and I couldn't get up. Had it drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump.
We get really thirsty doing this. So a toast to all of you at home enjoying this. A toast to the day when we'll get to come back to the actual Renaissance Festival instead of this curious undisclosed location in the wilds of Bastrop County, where we're playing right now. There is no one around for miles, and though we're not 6 feet apart, the fact is that we actually live on the same property, not sleeping in the same bed, damn it, contrary to what all the people who try to book us hotel rooms seem to think. But if you do want to buy the Bards a drink, there's actually probably going to be some links to our Venmo, our PayPal, our online tip jars. There's also, amazingly, just this week, bedlambards.bandcamp.com, right, where you can buy our albums. So don't forget to do that. Speaking of the Fae, which we did a little while ago, unless we edit this out of order, so who knows. This is a fiddle tune that, as a Fae origin, it's traditionally ascribed to the great Irish composer. That's not a phrase you get to say often. Turla O'Carolan, the harper, and it's called Shebeg Shamor, which means Big Hill, Little Hill, and those are the hills that the good people, the Elven Americans, live under. And it's said that he actually heard it played by the Sidhe and just learned it from them. But isn't all music kind of that way? So anyway, it's about a war between the Big Hill and the Little Hill, and if you play it, it will stir up all sorts of anger and angst and cause misfortune, which is why you have to, right afterwards, play the jig, Banish Misfortune. To mention that's on our latest album. Actually, that was on the first album that we played together on, which was technically my solo album way a long time ago, and we don't let anybody hear that anymore. But
you can get your copy of it
at Bandcamp, at bedlambards.bandcamp.com. We'll probably put it up there because, let's face it, we don't have any gigs right now. We have like nothing on our schedule coming up, like ever at all. We might not have another dime, and as you can tell, I'm wasting away for lack of food, and or I'm afraid that we're going to have to resort to cannibalism soon, which worries me because I am slow moving and well marbled. And Hawk, he's a predator. It's just not going to work out well for me if that happens. But you can help us out with your generous donations, or you can always just buy our music somewhere, and that would be really great. But of course, we're not going to be crass and commercial and keep mentioning that to you, because we know that you're actually will probably be crass commercial. I don't know.
Another Luke Ski moment.
Good old Luke Ski, yeah. Come for the music, stay for me trying to figure out what the heck we're playing next.
Now gather all ye sailors,
Pirates?
and listen to me, please.
Oh, please.
And when you heard me tell, you'll pity me.
It's not very likely.
For I was a real damn fool.
That I believe.
In the port of Liverpool.
And Dublin and London and Edinburgh and Madagascar and Shanghai and Tortuga and Cheddar Bay and...
When I first came home from the sea.
The first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, but not so much the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth.
Hey, who's piloting this ship? I was paid off at the home from the port of £2.10, 6 was the pay. 50 checks full of tin, I versed the skin by a girl with the name of Maggie May. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. You'll never walk down Line Street anymore. Oh, you robbed too many sailors and pinned too many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. Oh, I shan't forget the day that I first met Maggie May. She was cruising up and down on Canning Place with a figure so divine, like a frigate of the line. And me, being a sailor, I gave chase. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. You'll never walk down Line Street anymore. Oh, you robbed too many sailors and skinned too many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. Oh, I woke up in me bed with me sore aching head. No shoes, no shirt, no trousers did I find. When I asked her where they were, she said to me, very good sir, they're down in Kelly's milk shop, number 9. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. You'll never walk down Line Street anymore. For you robbed so many sailors and skinned so many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. Take it away. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. You'll never walk down Line Street anymore. For you robbed so many sailors and skinned so many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. Oh, you thieving Maggie May, you robbed me of me pay. When I slept with you last night ashore. Now the judge guilty found her, a robbing a homeward bounder. You'll never walk down Paradise Street no more. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. And you'll never walk down Line Street anymore. For you robbed so many sailors and skinned so many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. Who am I singing about? Maggie, Maggie May, they are taking you away. You'll never walk down Line Street anymore. For you robbed so many sailors and skinned so many whalers. You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. What did I say? You dirty Robin, no good Maggie May. I'm here to tell you that Maggie May, but Hawk would. Came on the sloop John B. My grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam. all night. Got into a fight. I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now the first mate, he got drunk, broke into the people's trunk, and the constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff Johnstone, oh, won't you leave me alone? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, how I wanna go home. I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now the cook, he got the fits. He threw away all of my grits. And the captain's pig, he ate up all of my corn. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now the steamboat go by steam, the sailboat go by sail. My girl's had it, ain't got no tail. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Take it away. Hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you leave me alone? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now send all the things from ashore, let the breezes blow. I'm so sorry that I can no longer stay. So goodbye to you. Tra-la-la-la-loo. This is the worst trip since I was born. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail's set. Call the captain ashore, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Oh, won't you let me go home? I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. I feel so broke up, I wanna go home.
Yar.
Yar, yar.
There's a part in this for you. Your part pretty much is pretty easy here. It goes like, nothing unusual about that.
There's nothing unusual about that. Do I even know this song?
You believe you do know the song. You may not have heard this intro into it. I'm not real
Probably
sure.
not. Probably not.
There you were, just sitting in a pub.
There's nothing strange about that.
Just tossing them back. There's nothing unusual about that. And then you wake up in the morning. Okay, that's a little unusual.
I try not to wake up in the morning.
And then you look at it, and you're having a wee bit of trouble standing up.
Oh, that's typical.
Nothing unusual about that.
Right.
And you look out at the horizon, and you see a galleon.
A galleon? Oh, ship!
You've been shanghaied.
Da-da-da-da.
You're now members of the crew of the Dark Lady.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
As members of the crew of the Dark Lady,
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
you're required to have a good piratical shout.
Arr! Arr.
Every time the Baron makes a toast.
The Baron? Is that what we call our captain?
That's what it is. Yes, it's
The Baron. Does he not have any children or something? That's a terrible joke.
He's Baron. That's
Baron. All right. So, yes. The Baron.
Now, and the Baron, every time the Baron makes a toast.
Yarr!
And there'll be a time for you to shout, "Hear, hear!"
Hear, hear!
I know, you're wondering where.
They're there.
I'm figuring out that hopefully you'll figure out they're there when we get to it.
Where? Wait, right, yes.
Arr! Are you ready?
Aye.
Are you sure?
Aye.
Are you going to... Wrong song. Here's one rotten man named Baron the Bone. Being a pirate had never been known, and he sailed on the Dark Lake. A ship strong and sound with the perilous crew. High off the mast that skull and bones was fleet and swift was the Dark Lady. And every night the Baron would drink a toast. Arr! He'd say to a lovely lady, I want true love, hear, hear, the crew replied. Dark Lady sighed. Now a rich Spanish galleon was spotted one night. Dark Lady's crew prepared for the fight, clash of swords. Those Spaniards survived, except for the mate with the dark eyes of all, found in the hull with the jewels and the gold upon the laugh. And he took her for a ransom. Drink a toast. Yar! He sang to our lovely lady. I want true love. Hear, hear, the crew replied. And the Dark Lady sighed. Now the girl Carlotta was a beauty quite rare. He passed and died, the bone couldn't bear his empty bed. He brought her to. Now the Baron soon found that he bore one entire room, and his heart filled with fire. He proclaimed that they would marry. That night the Baron drank with jubilee. Arr! He said here to our lovely bride to be. Hear, hear, the crew replied, and the Dark Lady cried.
Judy Tarlot. Well, the ship steered itself to the heart of the gale, where waves swept the maiden out over the rail. Sweet Robin, on an unfaithful lover. That night the lady drank a toast. She said it to your lovely lady host. Your one true love. No voices replied, and the dark lady smiled. And now and never a storm fills the sky, save that a ghost ship sails in the eye. Green and red is the dark lady. A ship strong and sound with a perilous crew. High on the mast, that's colored bone with while the captain gazes out to sea. And every night the parent must drink a toast. Arr! He said it to our lovely lady host. Our one true love, hear, hear the ghost crew reply. And the dark lady smiled. Arr!
And we know that none of you are cheap, so we know that you are going to reach into your wallets and purses, and virtually anyway. And please be generous. Please remember that the artists are the ones that you're turning to make you laugh and to make you smile during this difficult time. I think we're good.
Stick a fork in us.
We're done. Thank you guys so much. Thank you very much to all the people who are providing platforms. Thanks to Andrew McKee for helping us out with this kind of thing. Thanks to the people putting on virtual, some online Ren Fair. I don't know exactly the name. I don't want to mess it up. And thanks to all of you who've been our patrons and our supporters. Thanks to Sherwood Forest Fair and the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival. Thank you, Texas Renaissance Festival.
Wow.
That was so good.
Hear, hear.
So that was the Bedlam Bards. Guys, as you know, the whole reason we're doing this, all of us are at a point where we can't perform publicly. Fairs are closed for obvious reasons. So please support these guys. You can send them money, paypal.me/bedlambards with an S.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Or you can send them at Venmo at Bedlam-Bards.
You can also buy their music, buy their buy their merch at bedlambards.bandcamp.com so you can keep them with you all the time. Just
like I do from that little piece of Hawk's guitar I stole so long ago.
He doesn't know about that.
Oh.
Now he knows about that.
Well, fortunately, they're far away. It's fine. It's fine.
They
It's fine.
they can't get us here. We're under quarantine. But up next,
some quarant toasts.
Some quarant toast. I love it. Actually, I came up with a quarant toast in the shower last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A toast.
A toast. Wait, you gotta. There you go.
A toast.
A toast.
To you, my friends, stay home, stay healthy, and don't forget to eat the wealthy.
Hear, hear.
May we be well fed.
I have a toast. Give me that.
Okay.
A toast.
A toast.
Here's to friends and family who know us well, but love us just the same.
Oh, saints they are. Saints indeed. You know what?
What's that?
I have another toast.
Another toast.
Here's to Dame Fortune.
Dame Fortune.
May she smile upon you. And may you never meet her daughter, Misfortune.
Oh.
Yes. So up next, we actually have a special treat for you.
Ooh, I like treats.
Yeah, we get to visit with a fellow bartender, and they're going to show us the perfect Guinness pour.
Now, I believe we do have to warn the little ones.
We do need to warn the little ones that this content that we are about to see is intended for those of legal drinking age. 21 and up, please. And there may be some adult language during this clip as well. So if you have kids around and don't want them to learn it on the street, they can learn it here. However, if you are of upright moral standing, please make sure to silence your computer until we come back.
Hi, I'm Nina. What can I do for you?
Can I get something in a dark and creamy?
Well, I'm not dark, but I'm pretty creamy.
No, it has to be dark.
Oh. Well, I guess it'll be Guinness then. Flat.
I know I was going to say, Nina, you give amazing head, but that one's flat.
Yeah, it's flat. It's not. I don't know if another one.
Well, that was amazing.
I enjoyed that a lot. And now I'm feeling a little thirsty.
How about another toast?
Another toast.
A toast!
A toast.
May we never go to hell, but may we always be on our way.
Oh, very nice, sir. And you know what? Something for those of us who have been quarantined with little ones for the last month. One, you're doing God's work.
Good
and
job.
Two, a toast.
A toast!
May our children have wealthy parents. Good Lord, may they.
All right, let's do another song. Speaking of parents,
A little song.
a little song.
A little song. So, if I can find our little song. There it is. So, this is a word of advice from us, a happily married couple,
Happily.
to you single girls out there.
Yes. Oh, that's right. It starts with
Starts with you, darling.
Don't get married, girls, you'll sign away your life. You may start off as a woman, but you'll end up as a wife. You could be a Vestal Virgin, take the veil, be a nun. But don't get married, girls, for marriage isn't fun.
Oh, it's fine when you're romancing and he plays the lover's part. You're the roses in his garden, you're the flame that warms his heart. And his love will last forever, and he'll promise you the moon. But just wait until you're wedded, and he'll sing a different tune. You're his tapioca pudding, you're the dumpling in his stew. And he'll soon begin to wonder what he ever saw in you. So he takes without complaining all the dishes you provide. For you see, he's got to have his bit of jam tart on the side.
So don't get married, girls, it's very badly paid. You may start off as the mistress, but you'll end up as the maid. Be a daring deep-sea diver, be a polished polyglot. But don't get married, girls, for marriage is a plot.
Have you seen him in the morning with a face that looks like death, with dandruff on his pillow and tobacco on his breath. And he needs some reassurance with his cup of tea in bed, for he's worried by the mortgage and the bald patch on his head. And he's sure that you're his mother, lays his head upon your breast. So you try to boost his ego, iron his shirt and warm his vest. Then you get him off to work, the mighty hunter is restored, and he leaves you there with nothing but the dreams you can't afford.
So don't get married, girls, men, they're all the same. They'll just use you when they need you. You do better on the game.
Right?
Be a call girl, be a stripper, be a hostess, be a whore. But don't get married, girls, for marriage is a bore.
Gotta get that hustle on. When he comes home in the evening, he can hardly spare a look. All he says is, "What's for dinner? After all, you're just the cook." But when he takes you to a party, well, he eyes you with a frown. For you know you've got to look your best. You mustn't let him down. And he'll clutch you with that look, what I've got twinkle in his eye, like he's entered for a raffle and he's won you for the prize. But when the party's over, he'll be slogging through the sludge, half the time a decoration and the other half a drudge.
So don't get married, girls, it'll drive you round the bend. It's the lane without a turning, it's the end without an end. Take a lover every Friday, take up tennis, be a nurse. But don't get married, girls, for marriage is a curse.
Then you get him off to work. The mighty hunter is restored.
What in Nimrod?
And he leaves you there with nothing but the dreams you can't afford. Until the stimulus check comes.
Please let it come.
Oh God, we're so broke.
Speaking of broke, you can give us money at the Bawdy Pear on Venmo.
That's not quite right. It's at Bawdy-Pear.
At Bawdy-Pear.
At Bawdy-Pear on Venmo or on PayPal. You can send us a tip at lara.magyar@gmail.com. It's right there. Subtle hint. No, but seriously, also, we didn't, give props to our bartender. Please support, I believe it's Nina as well, at paypal.me/maxpatek.
Patek.
Yeah, that was definitely a shot in the dark. Now, coming up in just a couple minutes, we have the lovely ladies from Bell, Book, and Canto. I have performed with them in the past, and they are immensely talented. They play the upright cello. The upright cello? Is there any other kind of cello?
There's the down low cello.
The down low cello and the guitar, and also have voices of angels.
Wait, they don't play the bell, the book, and the canto?
Maybe. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen them play those things before.
I don't know how you would play a canto.
I mean, you sing a canto.
That's fair.
But, okay, before we go, because this is a nerdy show, I have a joke.
A joke!
How does the paladin protect against the heat of a firebolt?
I don't know. How does the paladin protect against the heat of a firebolt?
He turns up his AC.
Okay, I've got one. What is a beholder's favorite dessert?
I don't know. What is a beholder's favorite dessert?
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Okay. One more.
One more.
What tool helps a wizard with writing the correct runes in their spell book?
I don't know. What tool does help a wizard in writing the correct runes in their spellbook?
A spell checker. Right there. That's where you can send the tips to buy the Bawdy Pear.
That's right.
a
$1
better,
for every laugh, $100 for every groan.
better spell book. I mean, a better joke book.
Right here. Right here. I went the wrong way for a moment, but I'm back. I got it.
So please remember that coming up next is Bell Book and Canto. You'll be able to support them as well on PayPal, Bell Book and Canto at yahoo.com. So let's get that party started. Do you have anything you want to say, darling?
No.
Okay.
Send it over to Bell Book and Canto.
Okay, I will.
Oh, I did it again. Oh, it did the thing again where it likes to go the other way. All right, so I don't know how this is really going to work. Hey, Ian, can you,
Yep.
can you
I'll run up and run back in.
do the thing? All right, just make sure it's getting a good, hi, everybody! This is Bell Book and Canto. It does.
We are alive.
We are alive. We have a stand, and I thought we had everything all figured out, and then suddenly we didn't.
Doesn't like selfie stand?
I know, right? So, hopefully, we can get this, all these wonderful techniques. I think the original one was good. We just gotta point it out, the thing.
Yeah, problem is I want to keep your head. There we are. I guess that's good.
All
You
right,
got a
awesome.
viewer now.
Yay! Hi,
Don't
everyone.
touch it.
So, since the phone is facing away from us, if you give us a like, we can't see it. So, but we love you anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
You all.
So, this is a teaser for Steam Dream. Steam Dream is the longest running outdoor steampunk convention in the state of Michigan. We're going to be there Saturday and Sunday, but it starts Friday night at the Old World Village at 6 o'clock. So you can be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can catch us on the winding stage on Saturday, and then we're going to bounce between the pub stage and the amphitheater stage on Sunday. But what we'd like to do for you guys tonight is a little bit of some teaser from the music from the brand spankingly new revised Nerd Show. Now, you've heard these songs before, but you ain't heard them like this. So we're really excited. If we've got any Game of Thrones fans out there, this one's for you.
Oh, that's what it's saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
And that's Reigns of Castamere. Again, this is a preview for Steam Dream, which we're going to be at this weekend over at the Old World Village. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday, but it does start Friday night at 6 o'clock, so we'd love you guys to come on out there. Now, if you've never been to an event at the Old World Village before, it's only $10 to get in, and kids 12 and under are free. So bring the family. It's going to be a great time. Dress up, wear your goggles and top hats and other steampunky bits. And, yeah, steampunky bits. And by the way, guys, this is Ian. Ian is going to be joining us on stage from time to time when he's able to as a drummer. So we're really thrilled to have him, especially for this next piece, because it adds so much. So, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Far over the misty mountains gold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to seek the fair enchanted gold. The doors of yore made mighty spells, while hammers fell like ringing bells in places deep where dark things sleep, in hollow halls beneath the fells. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to claim our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the heights, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light. The bells were ringing in the dell, and men looked on with faces pale. The dragons are more fierce than fire, lay down their towers and houses frail. Far over the misty mountains grim, to dungeons deep and caverns dim, we must away ere break of day, to claim our hearts and gold from him. All right, folks. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. For those of you who did, again, you can find the brand new version of the Nerd Show once per day at Steam Dream. We will post here where it's going to be. And guys, bring your D20s. If you're gonna be here, bring your D20s. Now, if you don't have one or you don't know what that is, we've got one for you. Well, a few of you. And we're going to want them back. You don't get to keep them. But we'll supply them if necessary. But we'd love to have you go ahead, bring your D20s, and help be a part of the show. And I think that's everything. So yeah, Steam Dream this weekend. Come check us out. We're Bell Book and Canto, and we'll be on the winding stage all day on Saturday. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Go ahead and kill it, Ian.
How do I kill it?
You have on 2 Jen.
Finish?
Yes.
No, they've got like the T on the end because they actually speak English in that time. They speak English the entire show. You realize that anime is done in Japanese, right? You realize they have dubbed for a reason, right? Yeah, people suck. No, it's so that people can actually watch the animation. No. You don't watch with the subtitles. With the dubs, you watch with the subtitles. But if you watch it with the subtitles, then you can't pay attention to the animation. They change the camera. They do. They Americanize everything. They completely. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll let the audience decide. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you good, God-fearing anime purists out there who watch anime with the subtitles as the good Lord intended, let me hear you scream! Woo! Depends on how old it is. I got okay. For all of you English speakers who realize that animation's done by, like, drawing and want to watch it, let me hear you scream. Woo! Looks like I would. Yeah, I'm just saying. All I want to do is see you turn into a Super Saiyan. A Super Saiyan. All I want to be is a dad who gets to see a Super Saiyan. All I want to do is help you turn into a Super Saiyan. A Super Saiyan. All I want to be is a dad who gets to see a Super Saiyan. Oh, I know it will be great, and I just can't wait to see your hair go bright and blonde. Let up your rage, just step out of your cage, because you are at least half sane. Your power will rise like never before. To step into that power deep down in your core. It's waiting there for you to turn into a Super Saiyan, a Super Saiyan. All I want to do is see you turn into a Super Saiyan.
Hey, here you go.
Are we live?
You're live.
Hot digs. Hey everybody. It has been a long time since we posted. And so we kind of practiced. Yeah. So we have this thing happening in a couple of weeks. On the 22nd, it's our annual benefit for the Oakwood Neighborhood Association. And we would really like everybody to come to that. It's going to start at 7 o'clock, right?
Is it 6? 6 or 7.
Check the thing. we made an event, and that event has actual things on it with the time and the address. And here's the thing, guys. The Oakwood Neighborhood Association does a lot of really great work for a lot of the, let there be light, for their neighborhood. They have a food pantry. They have programs for kids, for seniors, and it's really important to us that we support our local community food banks. So in lieu of an entrance fee, we're going to be asking you folks to bring some canned goods or maybe some personal care items. I think even last year we had folks who brought dog food. Yeah. Something to help support families in the Oakwood neighborhood. And of course, we have the instruments out. They're not just here for show. We're going to be doing this piece at the event, and you might have also heard us do it this summer as part of the educational show. This is Dobro Dice Diego with the instrumental version. Oh.
Ooh.
There we go. For realsies.
James says hello.
Hi,
James John McFarlane.
Hello. What's up?
Благословена Ty žena i blagosloven plod čreva Tvojego, jako spasa rodila jesi duš našich. Songs that you're going to hear at the concert on the 22nd. So please go ahead and come on out. Bring lots and lots of really great stuff. And I hear rumors that Ian is making cookies.
What?
I know, right? And I have heard amazing things. No pressure, Ian. I have heard amazing things about Ian's cooking.
And you'll get to eat all of the cookies.
Yep. I'm going to make bread. And we'll have hot cocoa afterwards. And also, if you're looking for that last minute Christmas gift, you can also pick up some of our CDs at that, and some of those proceeds will go to the ONA. So there's lots of good reasons to come out, folks. So please come on out to the ONA on the 22nd. It's going to be at the Community of Christ Church. Yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Angelus Domini nuntiavit Mariae et conspidi Spiritus Sanctus
That was gorgeous.
That was amazing.
Wow.
I've said amazing a whole bunch today.
It, actually, Willie, it inspires me to pray.
Does it?
Yeah. And I have a special prayer for this nerdy day.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Dear Lord, we know that your Son, Jesus, saves.
Yes.
And thus takes half damage.
Yes.
Amen.
That is how that works.
Yes. But so, feeling a bit classical ourselves now.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I am feeling a bit classical.
I guess I can get in the classical.
So
mood.
I'm going to use my opera voice, maybe, and sing a song for you called "The Ballad of the Shape of Things." Much like the dodecahedrons we use, this is about shapes in our lives. Completely round is the perfect pearl the oyster manufactures. Completely round is the steering wheel that leads to compound fractures. Completely round is the golden fruit that hangs from the orange tree. Yes, the circle shape is quite renowned. It's sad to say it can be found in the low down, dirty run around. My true love gave to me. Yes, my true love gave to me. first velvet box he said my ring would be in. Completely square is the envelope he said farewell to me in. Completely square is the handkerchief I flourish constantly as I dry my eyes of the tears I shed and blow my nose that turned bright red. Completely square is my true love's head. He would not marry me, no, he will not marry me. Rectangular is the hotel door my true love tried to sneak through. Rectangular is the transom oar which I had to peek through. Rectangular is the hotel room I entered angrily. And rectangular is the wooden box where lies my love beneath the golden flocks. They say he died from the chicken pox. In part, I must agree. One chick too many had he. Triangular is the piece of pie I eat to ease my sorrow. Triangular is the hatchet blade I plan to hide tomorrow. Triangular, the relationship that now has ceased to be. And triangular is the garment thin that fastens on with a safety pin to a prize I had no wish to win. It's a lasting memory that my true love gave to me.
Very nice.
A critical fail.
Oh. Oh, so sad.
So sad.
So sad.
So, the act that you just heard was called Bell Book and Canto. And don't forget that you can support them on PayPal at bellbookandcanto@yahoo.com. Please support them. They're unable to work right now due to the coronavirus. They can't even rehearse together because they can't be in the same home.
Yep, it's a real hard time for people who earn their living performing. Please be generous. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, and coming up next, we have another special guest.
Special guest?
Special guest. We have Fergus of Ainini demonstrating a game for us.
A game? I love games.
I know, so do I.
Is it Parcheesi?
You know, I don't know.
Oh?
Maybe it is Parcheesi. Willie.
Yes, Tilly?
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game is poker.
Poker? But I hardly know her.
It's never stopped you before.
All right, so let's take it away over to Fergus with our game demonstration.
Greetings. My name is Fergus Namevrak of the musical duo Ainini. When I'm not making music with my lovely companion Winifred, one of my favorite pastimes is playing board games. So I would like to introduce you to a few games that were known at some point in the Middle Ages or Renaissance, somewhere in Europe. I'm going to give you a brief overview of these games so as not to take up too much time. And I'm also not going to talk about the three most well-known games, chess, draughts, or checkers as it's known in America, and backgammon. You already know these games. You don't need me to talk about them. So, let's begin. We start with Nine Men's Morris. This game dates back at least to the Romans, referenced in a document from 8 CE, with some scholars claiming that evidence places the game as far back as 1400 BCE, and some suggesting that it was played in China as far back as 500 BCE. Regardless of the age, it was very popular throughout Europe in the Middle Ages and beyond. Game boards have been found carved into cloister seats in various English cathedrals. It is played on a board made up of 3 concentric squares, with the midpoints of each square connected by a line. Each of the 2 players has 9 pieces, and they take turns placing them onto the intersections of the lines, trying to form a row of 3 along the printed lines. If a player makes such a row, he captures one of his opponent's pieces. Once all pieces are on the board, play continues by moving a single piece along a line to an adjacent space. Forming rows of 3 still results in capturing an enemy piece. If a player is reduced to 3 pieces, they are no longer limited to moving to adjacent spaces, but can jump to any empty space. If a player reduces his opponent to 2 pieces, they are declared the winner. 3 Men's Morris. 3 Men's Morris is a variation of 9 Men's Morris, and the 2 were likely played alongside one another in the same times and places. It works on the same principles as 9 Men's Morris, but on a smaller board and with only 3 pieces per player. First, players take turns placing pieces on the board, then moving 1 piece to an adjacent space. The first player to form a row of 3 is the winner. Toffel games. There are many names for this game, depending on the culture from which the specific variant originates. Hnefatafl in Norse, Brondúv in Irish, Ardrí in Scottish, Talbúrth in Welsh, and Tablut in Sami. The origins are lost to history, but it was popular all over northern Europe until the 12th century, although the Tablut version in northern Scandinavia continued to be played into the 1700s. As a result, Tablut is the only version that has surviving unambiguous rules. Still, by extrapolating, it's fair to assume that the rules of the other versions are similar enough to be fairly accurate. Depending on the version, the board may be a number of different sizes, from a 7x7 grid to an 18x18 board, various numbers and arrangements of starting pieces. This version is traditionally accepted as the standard form of the Norse Hnefatafl. The attacker is arranged around the outside, and the defender has half as many pieces plus the added king in the center. All pieces move like rooks in chess, any number of spaces vertically or horizontally. Capturing is done by bracketing. If you move a piece so that you have 2 pieces on either side of an enemy piece, the enemy piece is captured. The object for the attackers is to capture the king. The defender's object is to get the king to any edge of the board. Game of the Goose. This game is thought to have originated in the 16th century, becoming quickly popular in Europe and retaining its fame to modern times. A copy was gifted to King Felipe II of Spain in the late 1500s, and in 1597 it was entered into the Stationer's Register. The game is similar to Snakes and Ladders, or Chutes and Ladders as it's known in America. Players roll dice and move spaces equal to the number rolled. However, some of the spaces have symbols on them which cause certain effects. Landing on a goose causes you to move forward a number of spaces equal to the number you just moved. It effectively doubles your die roll. The bridge moves you ahead 6 spaces. The maze sends you back to square 30. The tavern causes you to lose 2 turns. The death space sends you back to the beginning. And so on. The first player to land on the last space is the winner, but you must land there by exact count. Any moves remaining once you reach the last space are taken backwards, moving you away from the finish line. Fox and Geese. The first known reference to this family of games comes from the 14th century in Scandinavia. It is recorded that King Edward IV of England purchased 2 sets. It can be concluded that it was popular at least in Northern Europe in the late Middle Ages. There are many variations on this game. Some are played on a cross-shaped board, others on a square board. There are either 1 or 2 foxes and between 4 and 20 geese. Various versions refer to them with different names. Some use wolves, hounds, or devils instead of foxes, and sheep, hares, or tailors instead of geese. The geese can only move forward or sideways, and depending on the version, their goal may be to fill all the spaces in the far arm of the cross, or to block the foxes so that they cannot move. Some versions allow the foxes to capture the sheep by jumping over them, in which case captures are mandatory, and others allow the foxes only to block the geese. The version you play determines whether the fox's goal is to capture all the geese, or to simply prevent them from reaching their destination. Alquerque. Alquerque was first mentioned by a 10th century Arab scholar, but it was included in Alfonso X's Libro de los Juegos in the 13th century, so we know that it was played at least in Spain during the latter portion of the Middle Ages. It was played on a grid with some diagonal lines. Players move a single piece along the lines to an adjacent space. Alternately, they may capture an opponent's piece by jumping over it. Capturing is mandatory, and multiple jumps are permitted, being mandatory as well if possible. If a possible capture is not made, the piece which could have made the capture is removed from the board. The winner is the first player to capture all of their opponent's pieces. Rhythmomachy. The origins of Rhythmomachy are unknown, but medieval scholars attribute the game to Pythagoras. Certainly it was referenced in 1030 and became popular in Germany and Belgium, reaching England by the 13th century, and being sufficiently widespread to have treatises printed in several languages in the 16th century. The game is played on an 8x16 board, with each player having 3 types of pieces: rounds, squares, and triangles. Each piece had a different number on it, and each different type moved differently. There were many different ways to perform captures, mostly involving a lot of mathematics based on the numbers on the pieces. Victory was also performed in a variety of ways, again mostly involving mathematics. It is quite complicated, and I'm not even going to attempt to explain it all. But if you're interested, a quick web search will provide all the information you need to know. Glückshaus. Glückshaus, which is German for House of Fortune, was invented in the late 15th century, and quickly spread throughout Europe. It is the perfect crossover point from our board games to our dice games, because at its core it is a gambling dice game, but it uses a board for the betting. Boards can take many forms as long as it has all the numbers from 2 to 12 on it, with the exception of the number 4, which was missing from most boards. Each player antes a coin into the 7 space, which is known as the dowry or the wedding, and is marked with rings or possibly clasped hands. The 2 space is marked with pigs, and the 12 space with a crown. Each player rolls the dice once. If you roll any number other than the 2, 7, or 12, you place a single coin on the space you've rolled, unless there's already a coin there, in which case you take that coin. Rolling a 4 means that you pay a coin directly to the house. If you roll a 7, you add a coin to the dowry, regardless of how many coins are already there. If you roll a 2, you take all the coins on the board except the ones on the dowry. If you roll a 12, you take all the coins on the board, including the ones on the dowry. At this point, the game may end, or the players may choose to ante another coin and continue playing. Ship, Captain, Mate, and Crew. The history of this game is unknown, but even if it's not historically accurate, it is a quick and easy game to play in many period settings, and is a great form of crowd interaction. I've seen performers with oversized dice standing in the lanes inviting passing children to play with them. All you need is 5 dice. Each player gets 3 throws of the dice, and the object is to get the largest crew for your ship. Before you can start hiring your crew, though, you need a ship, a captain, and a first mate. The first 6 that you roll is set aside to represent your ship. Once you have a ship, you can claim a 5 to represent your captain. If you roll a 6 and a 5 in the same throw, you may keep both. After you have a captain, the first 4 that you roll is set aside to represent the mate. This can be claimed in the same throw as the captain and, if applicable, the ship. If you get none of these results, you must roll all the dice again in your next throw. But once you have your ship, your captain, and your mate, then you start compiling your crew. The total of the 2 remaining dice is your crew. If you think you can risk it, you may use any remaining throws to try to get a higher total. After all players have had their turns, the highest total is declared the winner. This game is often played as a betting game, with the winner claiming the pot. Hazard. Hazard is a forerunner of the modern craps. It was known at least as far back as the 14th century, as it was mentioned by Chaucer in his Canterbury Tales. One player is the caster, who announces a number from 5 to 9. This number is the main. The caster then rolls 2 dice. If they roll the main, they immediately win. If they roll a 2 or a 3, they are immediately out. If the main is 5 or 9, they are also out if they roll an 11 or 12. If the main is 6 or 8, a 12 is a win, but an 11 is a loss. If the main is 7, a 12 is a loss, but an 11 is a win. If they roll any other number, the number rolled is called the chance. The caster then continues rolling until they roll the chance, which wins, the main, which loses, a 2 or 3, which loses, or an 11 or 12, which wins or loses as determined by the main as before. I hope that you have enjoyed learning a bit about some of the games that were played in the medieval and Renaissance eras. If you like what you have seen, I encourage you to learn a bit more with the links that I have provided or via your own web search. Special thanks to Richard Bird for making me aware of Gluck's House and Game of the Goose. And with that, I bid you farewell.
Hello, welcome back.
That was really informative. I had not heard of any of those.
Was it amazing?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Guys, thank you so much to Fergus of Ainini for giving us that demonstration. He has asked that any money you would want to send him go to support the medieval fair at Norman.
You can find a way to donate to them at medievalfair.org.
Hey, Tilly. Hey, Tilly.
Oh, hey, what, Willie?
I have a limerick.
I love a limerick.
It's a meta limerick.
A meta limerick.
It's a
I'm
limerick
ready.
about a limerick.
Okay.
Yes, that is what it is. It goes like this. In a limerick, don't use a line twice. For it's lazy, just once will suffice. It's bad form, which I hate, so let me restate. In a limerick, don't use a line twice.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was very
clever.
Gosh, I don't want to say clever. I really
You're like, I don't want to boost your ego like that. He doesn't need it.
You really don't. You really don't need it. Well, yeah. In fact, I have a limerick dedicated to you, darling.
Oh, to me?
To you, darling
thank
Lily.
You. Thank you, Tilly.
Your limericks suffer a curse.
A curse?
They're confined to accentual verse. You've had 12 or 13, which are reasonably clean, but the rest are decidedly worse.
Oh, yeah, that's accurate. I'm doing the good ones. I'm being good, Tilly.
You are.
Just for the Wombat Fair.
Darn those wombats. No. You know, gosh, I'm really eager to get to our next act, but we also have to do our song, and because of that, I have one last limerick.
Okay, one last limerick.
They're taking their time, and I worry.
Worry?
Whose favor do I have to curry?
I love curry.
I would hate to be late for my date. I can't wait. Oh, God, grant me patience, but hurry.
I'm still thinking about curry. Curry.
Curry. You know what goes really well with curry?
What's that?
A night of drinking.
I got to say, before we do this song, it goes out to our good friend JT.
Yes.
It is inspired almost entirely by the updates he's been giving during this crisis.
And while this is perhaps not the most Ren Fair appropriate song, it is very current, and this is literally the only chance that we will have to sing it. So this song is called They've Labeled Me Essential.
Well, I'm standing here with a bottle in my hand, ringing up customers 6 feet at a time, while the body count keeps rising as the virus sweeps the land, and the spread of the infection's exponential. My attendance here is purely existential. I'm drinking on the job today, they've labeled me essential. I'm stocking up the shelves, though nobody's gonna call me a hero.
You're my hero.
They damn sure won't let us close, 'cause God forbid the drunks run dry in a quarantine. My day-to-day is Tanqueray Absolute and Jose Cuervo. I take my PP with G&T, ring up another SOB tonight in a quarantine. Well, I'm standing here with a bottle in my hand, ringing up the customers 6 feet at a time, while the body count keeps rising as the virus sweeps the land, and the spread of the infection's exponential. My attendance here is purely existential, and I'm not wearing real pants, they've labeled me essential. Well, the line goes out the door just like yesterday, and the day before it,
And the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that.
we limit people in the store, 'cause God knows if we don't, they'll crowd the till in a quarantine. And every hour I throw another out who thinks he's got the right to just ignore it.
What the nerve.
I'll sanitize till I can immunize and face the facts, the face mask's my best friend in a quarantine. Well, I'm standing here with a bottle in my hand, ringing up the customers 6 feet at a time, while the body count keeps rising as the virus sweeps the land, and the spread of the infection's exponential. My attendance here is purely existential. I'd make more on unemployment, but they've labeled me essential. Drink up, my friends, think of me on Zoom calls later. I'm providing for the masses, save me a ventilator. And through this social distancing, one thing's becoming clear: you can't have a quarantine without lots and lots of beer. Well, I'm standing here with a bottle in my hand, ringing up the customers 6 feet at a time, while the body count keeps rising as the virus sweeps the land, and the spread of the infection's exponential. My attendance here is purely existential, as long as the supply chain's providential, and the customer's descent is pestilential. I'm drinking on the job today, they've labeled me essential. I think we got to lighten the mood after that.
You know what, my darling?
What's that?
My darling Willie, I have a toast.
A toast! I love toast.
You know what this one is? I a sort of sweet toast.
Okay.
Thinking on our
Like
current
toast with jelly?
Yes. Thinking thinking on our current situation. I think that this is very appropriate.
Okay.
A toast.
A toast.
May the best of the past be the worst of the future.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Yes, here you go.
Okay.
Don't drink that. I don't know what that is.
Okay. I mean, that's for the customers. Don't
Oh,
drink
yes.
that. It's for the customers.
Well, that's disgusting. Here's a good one.
Okay.
It's totally non sequitorial. Is that a word?
Yeah,
I'm making up words.
Doing the
A
nonsense.
toast.
A toast.
You're born in pain. You live in fear. You die alone. Merry Christmas.
Wow, I thought we were lightening the mood.
I'm sorry.
Way to bring it up, Tilly.
I do my best.
All right, how about another toast?
Another toast.
May all your ups and downs be under the covers. At our inn. We promise we're not watching.
We change the sheets regularly.
Like once a year.
That's regularly. It just, it's all relative when it really comes down to it.
Hey,
I
no,
mean,
let's not bring the relatives into this.
Oh, God. So, yeah, you guys, please support us.
Please.
We need help, perhaps professional help. You can find us on Venmo at Bawdy-Pear or on PayPal, lara.magyar@gmail.com. Actually, and we have a Facebook page now too.
Yeah, just come say hi.
I set one up. Yeah, come give us a like and a follow. Send us a message. Tell us
Tell us how far off the reservation we actually got.
Oh, quite far. So, Willie.
Yes, Tully.
Up next is Dan the Bard.
Yes.
And he sings songs all about role-playing games.
Oh, I love role-playing games.
And to set the tone for that, I think that I have a joke.
Okay, a joke.
Willie.
Yes, Tilly.
What is a cleric's favorite hot drink?
What is a cleric's favorite hot drink?
Divinity. Do you think you can do better?
Yes. Tilly.
Yes, Willie.
Would a paladin attack an undead on sight?
Well, I mean, according to the rule book, if you wanted to stay,
Tilly,
yes.
Do the formula for the joke.
I'm sorry. What would a paladin attack an undead on sight?
They smite.
No, but really, according to the rule book, they have to if they want to keep their alignment the way it is. Because if they don't act according to their code, they're going to go chaotic, and then they're going to lose their ability to do holy magic. And
unless, of course, their patron god is the god of the undead, and then it's a whole different thing.
Oh, gosh, but if he's the god of the undead and he does smite the undead, then there's just a whole bunch of no good.
Yeah, it feels like that would be more likely to be control undead, something a little flavorfully different.
I bet that his patron god would probably give him like a specialized, ability or trinket to help him out in that situation.
So they'd become like Canadian undead. Instead of being like, rah, they'd be like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. How's it going?
Like, way less menacing, also way more friendly. Yeah.
Oh, I have a joke.
Okay, a joke.
How do Aarakocra prefer to send messages?
How do Aarakocra prefer to send messages?
On Twitter.
Oh, because they're bird people. I get it. Oh.
What do you think, Willie? Should we tell more jokes, or should we do another drinking song?
I think more jokes. I'm
More
liking
jokes,
the jokes.
more
I'm
jokes.
liking the jokes.
Oh, I have a double nerdy joke.
A double nerdy joke times 2.
Yeah, nerdy squared.
Nerdy squared.
Because I stole this joke from Doctor Who.
Okay.
What did the innkeeper say to the musician when he kicked him out of the tavern?
I don't know. What did the innkeeper say to the musician when he kicked him out of the tavern?
You're barred, mate.
This is the part of the show where we just make funny noises until it's time for the next act.
Which is actually very soon. So, do you have more jokes?
Okay, I've got another joke. Where does the ranger keep their arrows?
Well, I mean, I would assume in there. I don't know, darling. Where does the ranger keep their arrows?
You know that being literal is the enemy of funny, right?
I'm sorry.
The ranger keeps their arrows in the monsters.
I mean, that seems pretty rare, actually.
No, it's convenient that way because then you just put them in all the monsters, and when you kill a monster, you get more arrows.
But from my experience of playing a ranger, being arranged with the bows and the arrows, it just never goes well.
No, you don't. It doesn't. The twang doesn't happen.
There's no twang.
There's no twang.
It's twangless.
It's twangless.
It is twangless. Willie.
Yes, Tilly?
What do you call a cult of deep old one warlocks who worship their astral Ankeg overlords?
I don't know. What do you call a cult of deep old one warlocks who worship their astral Ankeg overlords?
A sect ant.
Oh
dear. Okay.
Okay.
You do one.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay.
It's your turn.
What do you get when you cross a rogue and a wizard?
Ooh. What do you get when you cross a rogue and a wizard?
Time to roll initiative.
I'm trying to think of who would win.
It depends.
What's the scenery like?
Yeah, because like it depends on is the wizard like what spells have they prepared? Also, like, did the wizard know the rogue was coming? Because if the rogue gets to start from cover, then it's like game over.
It's over.
Yeah, it's just done.
Dunzo.
Yep. Also, I'm going to have to go with the rogue. And it also depends on the level. Because, like, if we're over, like, say, level 10, then the rogue's automatically going to have, like, double AC bonuses. So, like, they're going to be dodging spells a lot more efficiently.
All right. Before we get to Dan, the bard, I have another toast.
More toast! I was getting hungry.
Here's to being single after all of those terrible jokes. Drinking doubles and seeing triple.
Wait, most people only see single? Is that true?
I mean, that's normally how it goes.
Oh. Maybe I need to drink more to catch up.
Yeah,
that's how that works. The more you drink, the less. Yeah.
So coming up in just a minute, we're going to hear from Dan the Bard, who neither of us have performed with before. But I have personally seen him up in Bristol Renaissance Fair. I'm sure he's performed many other places. But he's going to take us to Bard Camp. And please remember that you will be able to support him on PayPal at danthebard@mac.com. So before we go that way, we have just a couple minutes because I don't want to catch him off guard. Dan the Bard.
No.
Off guard. Do you have, let's see.
Want to do some more limericks?
Yeah, another limerick, I think.
Oh, I like math limericks. Okay. The hypotenuse, he would opine, should connect to each right-angled line. My geometry prof would proceed to go off on a tangent on cosine and sine.
You know, I thought that all the D&D jokes we were making were nerdy.
Yeah?
I was wrong. Because that is officially the nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's so good, though.
No, it's not. Okay. It's clear that I haven't a clue.
A clue?
How to clean out a chimney. It's true.
It's true.
When I tried, it instead just collapsed on my head. Now I'm laid up in bed from the flu.
Oh.
Okay, we have been the Bawdy Pear.
We will continue to be the Bawdy Pear.
I'm Tilly Tully.
I'm Willy Tully.
And coming up right now is Dan the Bard.
Well, it's 2 o'clock. Let's see. Am I live? Are there anybody there? Anybody? I think they're all still tuning in. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Renaissance Fair. I'm Dan the Bard. Here's a song that I like to open a lot of my shows with. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me, but you guys won't. No, we won't. You guys just don't. No, we don't. That's your part. Follow a single plot line through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead, you said the mountains looked real nice. In the middle of winter, you went to the hinterlands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect valley for your quest. In the lands of no man, you guys built a snowman and said that this adventure was the best. It's D&D, D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D. Your parts take up. It's time for us to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me, but you guys won't. No, you guys just don't. No, we don't. That's you. Follow a single plot line through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you found the weirdest other things to do. You went into a town with intrigue all around. There were 14 detailed NPCs you met. Instead, you interviewed a pastry chef. There was a bake sale, the chef had a bake sale, not to mention a casserole contest. You guys spent 4 hours mixing eggs and flour and said that this adventure was the best. It's D&D, D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles, maybe it's just me. But you guys won't, you guys just don't follow a single plot line through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, we found the weirdest other things to do. You guys must like shopping, and everywhere I'm dropping hints from every merchant and shopkeep. Would you rather haggle, bargain and finagle, the best sale price to buy a pair of sheep? You went and bought a farm, cause you hated doing harm to monsters you encountered on your quest. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but you made it farms and wagons and said that this adventure was the best. D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D. We all agree to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles, maybe it's just me. But you guys won't, you guys just don't follow a single plot line through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. Hey, and there was much applause, and everyone was rejoicing. I went into an inn after adventuring. There I sat and rested by the fireside, and a barmaid came on by and said, why don't you try some mana potion, it'll make you feel right. Drinking down the mana, it tastes just like banana. What was in the mana that she gave me? Oh, let's all drink the mana, it tastes just like banana. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. So I called the barmaid over and said, I'll have another 6 or 9 or 12 because it tasted good. Then I tried to stand and found that I did land upon the in-room floor made of the hardest wood. Drinking down the mana, it tastes just like banana. What was in the mana that she gave me? Oh, let's all drink the mana, it tastes just like banana. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. I drank too much and so they said you gotta go, and I floated up the floor up to the high window. I smiled as I went, all my spell points spent. I drank another potion in the mana, it tastes just like banana. What was in the mana that she gave me? Let's all drink the mana, it tastes just like banana. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. I flew above the town, spinning round and round, singing songs about my favorite potion. The rest is all a blur, I'm sure you might have heard. Well, I woke up blue and shoeless in the fairy glen. Drinking down the mana, it tastes just like banana. What was in the mana that she gave me? Oh, let's all drink the mana, it tastes just like banana. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. If you drink the mana that tastes just like banana, pack an extra set of shoes in your haversack. Oh, the fairies have no shame, and they like their dancing games. They'll have to do the mana dance to get your new shoes back. Drinking down the mana that tastes just like banana. What was in the mana that she gave me? Oh, let's all drink the mana, it tastes just like banana. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. True and blue, and it'll make you happy. It'll make you happy. Yay! This is our virtual Renaissance Fair. We're very excited about this, so thank you all for setting it up. I had to go live today because of computer issues, so these will be resolved shortly. Just adjusting. I had no idea how much digital stuff we'd be doing, and that was very stupid of me. But now I'm in, 100%. There's never a wine as ever as fine as made by a vineyard elf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as you come to the shelf. Cider's made by a whole halfling, whiskey's made by an gnome. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as you tumble to your home. There ain't no beer that brings such cheer as made by an alehouse dwarf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as you tumble, ale barf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, we'll sing this song all night. If damn a human drinking's wrong, I don't wanna be right. Fortitude, and that's your part. You say, save. Fortitude, save. Wandered once to the land of the gnomes, and they gave me a drink in the hillside home. Gnomish whiskey, single malt. If I drank too much, it's not my fault. Halfling cider from the Shire sets your heart and soul on fire. At a halfling feast, all mirth abounds, and it ends my human drinking song. Fortitude, save. There's never a wine as ever as fine as made by a vineyard elf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as they tumble to the shelf. Cider's made by whole halfling, whiskey's made by an old. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as you tumble to your home. There ain't no beer that brings such cheer as made by an alehouse dwarf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as you tumble, oil barf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, we'll sing this song all night. If damn my human drinking's wrong, I don't wanna be right. Fortitude, save. Wandered once to an elven wood, and everywhere these gazebos stood. It turns out I was not wrong on this. We were watching Lord of the Rings Fellowship, and there are lots of gazebos in Rivendell. And a teenage boy said, well, we got to watch Hobbit now. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. We watched that, and they went to Rivendell. Even more gazebos than the first movie. Watch it. Wandered once to an elven wood, everywhere gazebos stood. Turns out these were elven bars with elven wine, the best by far. Beer from dwarven breweries, worth the extra calories. Now you know why dwarves are round for the demi-human drinking song. Fortitude, save, never a wine as ever as fine as made by a vineyard elf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as they tumble to the shelf. Cider's made by a whole halfling, whiskey's made by an old. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as they tumble to your home. Is made by an alehouse dwarf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, don't fumble as they tumble over the old barf. RPG, diddly-dee-and-dee, we'll sing this song all night. If damn my human drinking's wrong, I don't wanna be right. If damn my human drinking's wrong, I don't wanna be right. If damn my human drinking's wrong, I don't wanna be right. Fortitude, save. Yay! This one was a request. This is the Red Dragon Inn, but we're gonna have to switch to C minor. Well, they came one night by the pale moonlight after adventuring. Rambled and gambled and drank a keg or two or 10 down at the Red Dragon Inn. Down at the Red Dragon Inn. Down at the Red Dragon Inn. It's weird that Deirdre, the priestess at the Leases, shall heal you and cure all of you nasty monsty wounds, and she'll smite every blight of every evil she will fight. Best to keep her clear, Cappy, or you'll die soon. But when you're at the pub, you know, my friend, there is a rub. She's protected by her magic when she's gambling all her gold. Don't call her a bimbo, she'll cast you out to limbo. But if you buy her drinks, she will fail her saving throws. In contrast, such less hyper, crazy, wild. No wonder that they call her Fiona the Volatile. She's good with swords and daxers and blades, and you will never find a brasher warrior maiden. She can dish it out, my friend. Her BAB is +11, but math is not her stronger suit when a gambling. Do not try to get her drunk, for health is formidable. You'd a better chance of gambling than to drink underneath the table. Goes the game last night by the pale moonlight, after adventuring. A ramblin' drink a keg or 2 or 10 down at the Red Dragon Inn. Down at the Red Dragon Inn. Gurky the sneak, when he's gambling at his peak, you know he's cheating, time is fleeting. Where did your gold all go? And he'll stab you in the back, a metaphorical fact. Well, at least down in the dungeons, well, he only stabs his foes. Well, he is good with poisons and all sorts of mechanisms, saving all the lives of his friends. So I've been told, though it's possible, though horrible, to think he might just save his friends, just to cheat them out of all the treasure and their gold. Dot is a wizard and doesn't have a lizard, but a psycho bunny rabbit who drinks whiskey by the vat. Pookie is his name, he's thoroughly insane. You would be too if your house is in a hat. Oh, that it's not as good at playing cards, it turned a trick or two. Protected by his magic, well, he never plays the fool. Pookie's the X Factor, makes or breaks his luck. Not should have taken a familiar talking duck. And they came last night by the pale moonlight, after adventuring. Gambled in, drank cake or 2 or 10 down at the Red Dragon Inn. Down at the Red Dragon Inn. Down at the Red Dragon Inn. If you haven't had the pleasure of playing the Red Dragon Inn, and I know it's gauche, but seriously, I'm Gryffindor. I took the test. I'm sorry. I know everybody, it's fashionable to be Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw these days, but you just can't have everything. Okay. How are we on time? Oh, we're at the halfway point, everyone. You know what that means? It means we have to take a moment and be a little bit serious. This is a song that's very spiritual. It will reach a part of you that you don't normally know that's there. This is a song about reincarnation. Have you hugged an owl bear today? Has an owl bear hugged you? Have you felt its beak and its fur-feathered arms rip your body in two? As I went walking one morning in August, through dark alleys to a sun-dappled grove, I casually did rove, and there an owl bear stood. Its fine fur and feathers were chestnut and tan. Its beak was as yellow as hay. It stood 10'2", and then said, "Ooh, ooh." 'Cause that's all that owl bears say. Have you hugged an owl bear today? Has an owl bear hugged you? Have you felt its beak and its fur-feathered arms rip your body in two? The owl bear saw me and charged like an owl bear. I offered him rations of cheddar. He hugged me instead and bit off my head, but as you can see, I got better. He ripped off my arms with a sickening tore off my legs at the femur. A druid came by and said, "My oh my, I'll have to deal with this later." Have you hugged an owl bear today? Has an owl bear hugged you? Have you felt its beak, your body in two? But this isn't a song about owl bears. It's a song about I awoke, the druid said, "Son, the owl bear gave ye a kill, but here's the ting, now you're a halfling, we'll try again in the morning." And the owl bear gave me a hug every day. Reincarnation and a ranger axed me into some tables and chairs. I once was an elf, but now I'm myself, singing a song about owlbears. How you hug an owlbear today, as an owlbear hugged you. Have you felt its beak and its fur-feathered arms rip your body in two? Fur-feathered arms rip your body in two. True story. We have time for a couple more, everyone. This one's called My Dex is Higher Than Yours. Come listen to my snarky tale about this thief. His name was Dale, and he did like to brag a lot about dexterity. His dex was higher than ours by far, and whether in tavern or bar, he used to play this little prank, and it sounded like these. Let me see you score. Your dex is your dex is 12. Your dex is 8. Hey guys, guess what? I'm really great, cause my dex score is higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours, and my dex score is higher than yours, and now I can't fight first. My dex score is higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours, and my dex score is higher than yours, and now I can't fight first. We'd ventured on this summer day and found ourselves inside a cave. 'Twas deep and dark, no one home. Surely we were all alone. But alas, a mage was hiding there and cast a spell, for we're aware a sheet of ice formed on the ground. We tried to charge and not fall down. Roll dexterity checks. Yes! My dex score is higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours. My dex score is higher than yours, and now you're on your butts. My dex score is higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours. And my dex score is higher than yours, and now you're on your butts. But then we met a dragon red who breathed on us to make us dead. But with his dex, Dale just laughed and rolled his saving throw. I'll take no damage, small or great. You'll all burn and conflagrate. But when his die the table hit, Dale just sat and stared. I got a 1. Dale got a 1. 1 always fails. Now Dale is done. Now our dex scores are higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours. Our dex scores are higher than yours. You rolled a 1, you're dead. Our dex scores are higher than yours, higher than yours, higher than yours. Our dex scores are higher than yours. Still rolled a 1, he's dead. Yes. That's funny because he died. As I was going over the notes of our campaign, I realized the multitudes of characters that were slain. Retrospect, I must admit it wasn't really fair to lose first level characters to a flock of owlbears. We've had to roll so many saving throws in vain to keep mind players from sucking out our brains. It never really mattered, the odds were all the same. It was a character slaughterhouse, you called it a campaign. 2012-864, screw you, the end of the day. To hell with your stupid game, we're walking out the door. One game I do remember, the party was first level. The NPC who joined us had more hit dice than a devil. Though we had a ranger, and though the land was flat, a pair of giants ambushed us and made our heads go splat. Then the NPC drew both his +5 swords of sharpness. He killed both the giants while he died upon the grass. He played with just himself. What challenge rating? I guess that's why they called it Dungeon Master. 2012-864. Screw you, the end of the day. To hell with your stupid game. We're walking out the door. Once I was this roguish bard, dark and suave and cool. The DM, he had other plans in this world of radiance pools. First I found a magic girdle, changed me to a girl. I thought, alright, awesome, let's give this girl a whirl. Then a mage with polymorph cast a spell on me. Next some undead found me and cursed me in the Shire. I became a bardic blade, sex change, hobbit, vampire. 2012-864. Screw you, DM today. To hell, you stupid game. We're walking out the door. So screw you, DM. To hell with your stupid game. Your plots are weak, your pacing sucks, succession is the same. Take away our magic and you take away our gold. Screw you, DM, your campaign is getting old. Oh, why don't you roll a saving throw DC 19? See if it will save you from us kicking in your spleen. Doesn't really matter, the odds are all the same. There's 5 of us and 1 of you, we're ending your campaign. 2012-864. Screw you, DM today. To hell with your stupid game, walking out the door. Screw you, DM today. To hell with your stupid game, walking out the door. All based on true stories. Well, thank you all very much. I am Dan the Bard. You can find me at danthebard.com. You can find me, email me, danthebard@mac.com, and you can PayPal me at danthebard@mac.com. I've got a Patreon coming. It's just not ready yet. It's cooking. It's going to be great. Also follow me, obviously, on Facebook, Dan the Bard. 99% of my communication is through Facebook, and I'm not an avid poster, so you'll get like 1 concert notice a week. Sitting round that wooden table marked with dice-shaped ends, concrete walls and bare light bulbs, this was our world. My mom's basement, the dungeon master raised his scream. Outnumbered and outmatched, we weren't sure we would live. Magic missiles blazed through battle, swords and shields did clash. We chatted with the barmaid to prove we weren't just hack and slashers, all celebrating for treasure and XP. Next time we will roleplay more. We promise, wait and see. Let's go home tonight before the morning light. Split the loot and total our XP. And though it's been nice, let's pack our bags of dice. It's time to sleep and dream of D&D. The bowl with our potato chips is empty, save the crumbs. Cans of Coke are stacked up high, great pillars hung. Aluminum, the piece of pizza that did fall apart. My character sheet did stain. A greasy spot, badge of honor from my favorite game. Let's go home tonight before the morning light. Split the loot and total our XP. And though it's been nice, let's pack our bags of dice. It's time to sleep and dream of D&D. Time to sleep and dream of D&D. And Renaissance favorites. Time to sleep and dream of D&D. Thank you, everybody. That's my 30 minutes. I am Dan the Bard. Thank you all for putting this together, and I hope to see you again soon. Laura, do I hit finish, or do I do that wrong? You're up, bud. I'm checking. She's my stage manager. She's very good. I think I'm supposed to hit finish because I'm the one that hit stop. Start in the first place. All right, I'm hitting finish, but I'll pop right back on if I need to. Okay, bye.
Well, that was awesome.
Amazing, even.
Oh. We were really, really happy to have Dan the Bard on. Thank you so much. If you want to support Dan the Bard, it's paypal.com.
Dan the Bard at mac.com.
Please
Dan the Bard.
show him some love. We're really, really excited that he could be on, and we love his music so much.
And in fact, we have more jokes.
More jokes!
More jokes. But we're going to keep it short this time because we want to get us to our special guest again.
More special guest.
Our bartender is going to show us a couple of
Is he a bartender? Or is that an app for finding bards who are seeking bards?
Bards seeking bards. Bartender. Okay. So this is our age check joke because only the elderly among us included, will get this joke. What do you call a crimson undead who attacks people with vicious mockery in the form of old jokes?
I don't know. What do you call a crimson undead that attacks people with vicious mockery in the form of old jokes?
A red skeleton. Dang it. Dang it!
Critical fail on the joke roll.
But now you know that if you know who Red Skeleton is, you can stick around for the next part. It's another 21 plus segment from our bartender, and we want to make sure that we are drinking responsibly. So please cover the ears of all teenagers because they don't drink. And 20-year-olds.
Welcome back to Nina's Bar. I'm Nina. I'll be teaching you how to work a good cocktail tonight. We're going to go with a classic, gin and tonic. Remember, we're going to ice things down to begin with to make sure it doesn't get hot faster than we want it to. Then we're going to go with our nice fine quality gin. If it's not quality, why bother? And we're going to give it a good pour. Some people like to measure, but I say, if you can't count to 6, what's the point of even showing up? Then we need a little bit of our tonic for a bit of flavor. We're only going to count to 4 on that one because it's a syrup. Give it a little swirl over the ice into a nice chilled glass. Two ounces of soda water to make sure we can get everything nice and clean. End with a twist. Because who doesn't like a good twist in their game? Oh, we're back here at Nina's Bar. Oh, what do you mean you don't like gin? Oh, honey, that's terrible. But Nina's got you covered. We're going to have ourselves a little noon cocktail. Little horse feather. What's that? What? You haven't had a horse feather? You don't know what a horse feather is? Fantastic. Nina can be your first. Now, we're going to make that with a little bit of 2 Gingers whiskey because... how many times has Nina had 2 gingers? I don't know. But since there's 2 of them, we're going to have to count to 12 on this one. 6 for each ginger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. 12 count. Now, honey, remember this is a 22-ounce cup. Do not be doing this. Then we need a little bit of ginger beer because that's what makes it nice and spicy. Now Nina's on a diet, so we're using some sparkling ice. It's fantastic, trust me. Good glugs of that. And we gotta have bitters. Because without bitters, there's no flavor. It's like the salt of liquor. Now I'm gonna use some Hellfire bitters because I like things really spicy. And then, the most important part. We got 2 lemons for our 2 gingers. 1 lemon in, and 1 on the rim. Because if your rim doesn't smell good, they are not going to come back.
Wow.
Wow.
That makes me thirsty.
You know what happens when you say wow backwards?
What?
Wow.
Wow. You know what, darling?
What's that?
I have a toast.
A toast!
Here's to your nose. Here's to your chin. Here's to the hole. In between it goes in.
Oh, that's a good one.
Delicious, delicious. Let's give it up for our number 1 bartender, Nina.
Nina Maxwell.
Nina Maxwell. Please be sure to tip your bartender at PayPal, right?
Yes.
PayPal.me/MaxPatek, Patek.
So we've got another song. We want to do a spooky song.
Yeah, I'm feeling in the mood for a little something spooky.
Feeling a little spooky?
Don't wander through the fields on a new moon. Don't wander through the fields in the dark. No matter why you run away, just choose another day. That black moon rising will tear your soul apart. The black moon smiles a hidden grin. The black moon calls the dance to begin. The black moon beckons its children in. The black moon revels in your darkest sin. Don't wander through the fields on the new moon. Don't wander through the fields in the dark. No matter why you run away, just choose another day. That black moon rising will tear your soul apart. The black moon kills on a summer night. The black moon kills in the autumn's fright. The black moon kills in the winter's bite. The black moon kills when spring aligns. Don't wander through the fields on the new moon. Don't wander through the fields in the dark. No matter why you run away, just choose another day. That black moon rising will tear your soul apart. The black moon shapes the world anew. The black moon darker than a witch's brew. The black moon's fingers sinking into you. The black moon does what he wants to do. Don't wander through the fields on the new moon. Don't wander through the fields in the dark. No matter why you run away, just choose another day. That black moon rising will tear your soul